All right, everybody, what is good? Welcome back to my channel. I really appreciate you guys all being here. The last video I posted absolutely blew up, gained a lot of new subscriptions, a lot of positive comments, likes, etc. And I genuinely appreciate you guys for that, genuinely. So if you guys could like and subscribe to the channel, repost this video, whatever you got to do to share, that would be much appreciated. So right now, we are a couple minutes away from market open where I am on the East Coast here. So we are going to get ready to potentially take some trades here. And let me show you what we got. So over here, we got my three 100K Express accounts on Top Step. As you guys can see, there's all three put down with leader +2. Right here, we got the screen where I record my live trades and post them on social media, send them out, etc. Over here, we got another funded account that I trade. So yeah, we got the boys rolling today, you know? And right here, we actually got a coffee with whole milk and creamer. And don't make fun of me, but we got the Saratoga water. So yeah, we are all ready to go. We got the live trade ready to set up. I got to get an actual camera. Like, I really do. Like, this camera, I'm just recording off my phone right now. I got to get an actual camera. So if you guys could drop in the comments, like, I didn't expect to really have a YouTube video blow up, but now I want to consistently post on it with all the subs and the positive feedback I'm getting. So yeah, if you guys know some good cameras for content like I do and stuff like that, like vlogging and stuff like that and trading and stuff like that, go ahead and leave a comment, shoot me a DM or whatever it is. But yeah, other than that, we're just going to sit here patiently. That's part of the game of trading sometimes. We're going to sit here patiently, wait for our setup, and I will update you guys when we get a good trade, win or lose. I'm here to be transparent and honest and change the trading industry in that fashion. So for now, I'm just going to sit on my hands. Going to also be live recording this trade, so you guys will see it on YouTube, TikTok, and stuff like that, etc. So I'll update you guys when we are done taking the trade. All right, everybody, so we are actually done trading for the day. We stayed patient, and we were able to take a good trade. So I'm actually going to show you guys right here. Actually, the trade we took, we live recorded it, and you can see the execution arrows right there, the order history and stuff like that, etc. Yeah, so definitely a good day. So I did not take that on my futures account because we are obviously tanking in the market right now. And I did not want to risk the whole down 5% in a day thing. So I did not take that on my futures account. I just took that on my CFD account. So we could have had a $4,000 to $5,000 day. Instead, we only had sub 1,000, which is still a blessing. Don't get me wrong. Still a blessing. It was around a $700-800 trade, an amazing blessing. But yeah, just letting you guys know, I did not take it on my futures account. I only took it on my CFD account because I didn't want to deal with the whole price limit thing. So yeah, that's why we only took it on my CFD account instead of all my accounts. All right, so it is an absolute awful and gloomy day outside, as you guys can see. All right, we just finished up wrestling and training. That is something that I will never avoid on the day. Unfortunately, didn't get to film much of it, but we just finished it up. So now we are having 2 fried eggs on some bread with some cheddar cheese and ketchup. But yeah, as I showed you guys before, absolutely terrible, gloomy day outside. So yeah, after I get done eating this, I'm going to walk you through today's trade and kind of spit some knowledge to you guys on about the trading industry, and since I became full-time on it. So yeah, after we're done eating, I'll see you guys then. All right, everybody, so we just finished lunch / breakfast, whatever you want to call that. Had a great wrestling session, absolutely amazing. Gonna head to the gym later, but first I want to go over today's trade. And I want to give you guys a little bit of sauce, some free sauce when it comes to the psychology of trading, the untold truths about being a trader at such a young age. I'm only 21 years old, and I've been able to make this my full-time income, so it definitely gets difficult and hard sometimes. But as you can see on the screen, I am posting the trade I took today. You can see the green arrows where I entered the trade, the red arrows where I exited the trade, so missed out on a significant amount of money. Which leads me into my point today, is being thankful for where you are, understanding of where you are, and understanding of God's path. I did not take this trade on my Top Step accounts because I was worried about the whole minus 5% in a day thing, didn't want to get my account breached, so I just took it on my live account instead and made about $700-800 in 10 minutes. If I would have taken it on my Top Step accounts as well, I could have made about $6,000-7,000 in 10 minutes. So definitely frustrating to see, but at the same time, I sat back and I said to myself, on this YouTube channel right very here, I had a video go viral a couple days. For my standards, obviously it didn't get millions and millions of views, but for the standards of my channel, it got about 15,000 views and it's still going up, and it's super good blessing. And it was talking about incorporating Jesus into my day trading. So then I said to myself, would Jesus be complaining about this? Jesus has given me such a blessed life. He's given me a life where I'm able to say I just made $700 in 10 minutes. So what, I missed on an extra $5,000. That seems like a lot, and it is a lot, of course. But I have to understand that there are so many kids in my life who are praying and would give up an arm and a leg to live the life I live. That's kind of the point I wanted to get into, is be thankful for where you are. Yes, I made $700, $800 in 10 minutes, and I could have made over $6,000 if I would have held the trade or took the trade on my Top Step accounts as well. That's not the point. The point is to be thankful for what I have in front of me. I want to kind of talk about kind of the untold truths, or kind of the raw reality of becoming a full-time day trader at such a young age. I am only 21 years old, dealing with this type of stress, how I handled it with my family and stuff, etc. First thing I want to get into is actually alerting your family of it. I was a freshman in college about 3.5 years ago now, and I made the choice that I wanted to leave college and pursue the industry of day trading. Told that to my parents, and obviously that was kind of a whole shake of the head moment. They didn't really understand it very well, and full respect to them, who expects them to understand something like that? You're telling them you want to leave school so you can do an industry where you lose your life savings in one trade? Yeah, any parent's going to be skeptical about that. My dad was a little more understanding. My dad was a stockbroker. My dad's big into entrepreneurship and stuff like that. He was a little more understanding. My mom had some questions at first, and my dad had questions as well. If I could go back and change the way I did things, I would 100% understand where my parents were coming from a little bit. As I stated before in the beginning of this video, you are going into an industry where you can literally lose your life savings in one trading position if you're not managing it correctly. Then you throw on top of that, you got social media gurus and scammers. You got kids full porting their accounts and then losing and calling it gambling and a scam. Obviously, you have to side with your family. As the 10 Commandments say, I'm going to honor my father and mother here. I'm going to walk them through this the best I can, and I'm going to understand that they only want what's best for me. Now, my family has given me their full-fledged support. They've helped me out so much. They've been with me through thick and thin of this journey, and I am so thankful for them. They fully support me through this journey, and the one thing I wish I could have done a little bit better is just be nicer to them when I was telling them about this process. That was before I really took my relationship with Jesus seriously. If I knew about the commandment, honor thy father and mother, more in depth back then, I probably would have been a little better to them. Be okay with your family asking them the questions, because you really are going through an industry where things can get rough, things can go wrong very, very quickly. Next thing I want to bring up is how misunderstood you are going to be. You're going to tell your friends, maybe your cousins, maybe your family, like I just said, and you really are going to get hate. You're going to be misunderstood. It's going to be difficult. I have lost a lot of friends through this journey. I have barely talked to any girls, not because I've wanted it that way. It's just how it goes sometimes. I've wanted a beautiful relationship with a girl, but it hasn't come yet. And on God's timing, that will come. I can blame that a lot on how much I've been working, how hard I've been working the past few years to call this my full-time income, how hard I've been working the past few years to get a bunch of payouts and stuff like that, etc. There's going to be a lot of failure and a lot of losing. I'm not here to tell you, manifest and meditate and envision yourself. No, just pray. Pray to Jesus. Lord Jesus, I pray you take this burden off my shoulders. He wants your problems. Give your problems to God. And there will be a lot of influencers that tell you, oh, that's so cringy. Don't give your problems to God. You need to do all of it yourself. No, in the scriptures, what the early church father says, the communion of saints say, give your problems to God. What the Bible says, for goodness sakes, give your problems to God. It's a very misunderstood journey. It's a journey full of emotions, and we're humans. We're going to go through these things. You guys have to understand that it is a process. It is not going to come easy. It is not going to come fast, and it is certainly not a get-rich-quick scheme. You guys have to understand the hard work that this comes with, okay? The mental side of these things. It is not only physical. Well, I'm just going to backtest for 12 hours a day and everything will be okay. No. Mentally too, this sucks. You're going to lose trades. You're going to think you're doing something wrong. You're going to think you're doing this thing right, but this thing wrong, but then that's wrong and that's right. It's a whirlwind of emotions constantly. And that's when we must look at ourselves in the mirror and we say, are we really worshiping Jesus to the best of our abilities? Are we getting focused on money too much? Are we getting focused on status and possessions too much to where we are losing sight of Jesus Christ? If you just go through life understanding that Jesus Christ is going to be right there with you the whole time, you will 100% get through any path and any journey that you are putting your mind to. As I said before, kind of the untold reality, you're not guaranteed to get paid.
You're not guaranteed to win all the time. You know, there's so many kids that are going to college and stuff like that, and that's completely fine. That's God's path for them. We shouldn't judge them for that. They're going to have a paycheck every week. We may not as traders. And going full time in this journey, in this industry, it was certainly not easy, but it gets easier. The more you pray, the more you work hard, the more you pray, it gets easier. That's the one thing I can tell you guys is it's not a get rich quick scheme. Do not wake up and get so mad if things are not going your way, because these things take time. And do not be so upset if you're not learning it in the instant, in the snap of a finger that you want to. So if I could leave you guys with one thing, pray about your journey, honor your family through this journey, and understand where they're coming from when they only want what's best for you. At the end of the day, you're going to have to make a decision for your life, and you're going to grow out of living in your parents' house. You have to make a decision. But at least honor what they say as your mother and father, as the 10 Commandments tell us. But I promise, if you just continue to trust God, to pray, and to work hard, you will make it in this journey. I love you guys. Link to all my social medias will be in the description. Go ahead, give me a follow. I post tons of free content. DM me on social media if you're interested in my mentorship. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.